Welcome to the short presentation series on career questions. Today we are discussing about self-discovery. When we talk about self-discovery, the questions like what is self-discovery, how to go about discovering self pops up in our mind. I am going to dwell upon self-discovery. I am going to define what self-discovery is, how to go about self-discovery, and how it helps if you discover yourself. Self-discovery is knowing about yourself, knowing your qualities, your strength, your weaknesses, opportunities for improvements, knowing about your future plan, knowing where you want to go and how you want to go there. That is your value system, your values, which you will use for reaching your destination. Self-discovery is important in any journey. It gives you your present position, where you stand. There is a saying that if you do not know where you stand on any map will do. Similarly, in your career journey, if you have set up a goal for yourself, it is important to know where you stand today so that you can monitor your movement, you can monitor your progress, you can take appropriate action and keep on moving in your life. Now, self-discovery is a gradual process. It is not something which can be achieved in a single day. It is a gradual process. It helps in living a happy life because many a times we get disturbed not because what we are feeling from within, but simply because what others are talking about us or how others are faring. Now, self-discovery will help you to monitor your path, to monitor your present position and your progress. So naturally, the whole focus shifts from others to self and control comes in your hand. And that's the way, and it leads to a happy life. It brings clarity to the mission of your life. So what we see here is self-discovery is subject which is very, very important, very powerful in living a happy life. Now let us look at a framework given by Stephen Covey in his famous book, Eighth Habit. Covey said that the human body is made of 4 different parts: body, heart, mind and spirit. For any action, we have to engage these parts together. We have to synchronize in these areas. And if you look at generic mission of life, synchronizing these 4 parts, he came up with a generic purpose of life being to live, to love, to learn, and to leave an enduring legacy. Now, live corresponds to body, love corresponds to heart, learn corresponds to mind, and leaving a legacy compares to the basic purpose of life, which is spirit. What I am suggesting here is, when you talk about self-discovery, you should look at these 4 dimensions. You should discover yourself in these 4 dimensions, your current state and your would-be state. That will be huge benefit in your career journey, in your career planning. There is a framework given by known as Johari window, which helps you understanding about self or personality. In this particular framework, if you look at the small graph in the left hand side of this particular slide, on x-axis self is represented, on y-axis others are represented. Each of the axes has got unknown and known. So altogether there is a 4 part which is described as unknown to self, unknown to others. And this part is known as hidden self. This is the part of self which never gets leveraged, which never gets utilized in one's life. Then this part which is known to others and unknown to self is known as unknown self. Now here the feedback, the appreciation from others becomes very, very important. One need to look at those, digest it, understand it, take action. This is the part which is known to self and known to others is the public part, which is naturally, since it is known to self, not much of discovery has to be done. Now this is the part which is known to self but unknown to others. This is again a private self. Here again in this part, since it is known to yourself, known to the individual, not much discovery action is required. So if you look at this framework, if you look at these four different quadrants, maximizing hidden self is one of the goal, and this particular thing could be achieved through technique like meditation. Role of admirer and critic, they are very, very important, and they help you in really understanding better unknown self. One word of caution: admirer and critic both talk about any individual from their glasses, from their color of life. So therefore, it is important for us to understand what they are saying, but we need to get into deeper sense and understand whether those things apply correctly to my life or they don't. What I'm talking here is the final action should be in your hand. If you leave yourself to the admirer and critic, your life will keep on fluctuating on a daily basis. Let us say, let's take an example. Your boss comes and praises you for a work today. You feel very high today. Next day, your other colleague or boss comes and criticizes some of the action. You feel low. And this particular position can continue for days together. As a human being, you need to understand where you are doing good and where you are doing bad. The bad area, you need to take action so that you can improve. Therefore, what I am suggesting here is listen to the admirer and critic, but don't leave control of your life to them. Try understanding them, their feedback in your perspective. Take a judgment, do introspection, take a judgment of what is right, what is wrong, and then accordingly decide about self. That will help you in living a smooth life, because the progress is gradual and it cannot vary from day to day. Using this particular methodology, you can plan a long-term action plan for your life after discovering yourself. In our Indian mythology, the role of a critic is very, very important. It is said that Nindak niyare rakhiye angan kutil chhavaye bin pani shabun bina nirmal kare shuhai. You should give a central place in your house to a person who criticizes you on a daily basis, because that helps you cleansing your life without usage of water and detergent. A great thought, but once again, listen to them, listen to their criticism with humility, and take your own action. That is a small piece of advice from my side. So what I have discussed today is what is self-discovery, what is this process all about, where it will take you to it in your life, and what are the methods of discovering self. I would like to conclude here today with a word that self-discovery is very, very important in your life. It helps you in knowing where you stand so that you can maneuver your journey for your future, and which might help you, which will help you in reaching your visualized goals, your career aspirations, your career goals. Thank you.